Millz Young here, part of Pick Dawgz. Who's ready to bet on UFC? Me, that's who. So we're back. UFC Fight Night, and we're heading to Taira taking on Hyun-sung Park for the main event. Like always, I'm going to go over my best picks, my predictions, and let you guys know exactly what we're betting on, what dogs is barking, and hey, how to make some money this week. How'd you guys do last week? Last week, man, we got beat up, man. Called some dogs, but some of the dogs that I called out just wasn't barking, man. Overall, man, I mean, it was our first losing week in a long time. I mean, we only got, what, 4 or 5 of our predictions right. But hey, that was last week. If you guys want to see exactly how we're going to kick it off with this week, let's get it started, man. Austin Bashi, coming up on this card. He's a big favorite, 13-1. He's taking on John Giannis. John Giannis is taking this fight now on short notice because Austin Bashi's opponent pulled out. Austin Bashi is a good, talented prospect who got the face of defeat in his first time out against Christian Rodriguez, a tough, talented veteran that would do that to damn near anybody right now, it seems like. Giannis got called up. He fights from the Fury promotion. I'm familiar with this guy. Seen him fight once or twice. And here, I think Austin Bashi gets this done inside the distance and covers that price tag that he's at right now. He's a big favorite, and it's for a reason. Second fight, Piera Rodriguez taking on Caitlin Souza. A women's fight to where Piera Rodriguez is getting bet up as a big favorite in here. Caitlin Souza is an explosive fighter who always has that one-punch ability that can put out her opponents, but she struggles with the takedowns, and that's what Piera Rodriguez is probably going to do in this fight. I can see this one going the distance, and I can see Piera Rodriguez winning by decision in here. But at this odds, this is one to where the dog is going to be live until she gets taken down. And here, I think this one's going to play out to the scorecards as well. So give me Piera Rodriguez to get this one done. Nothing I'm really betting on yet that I feel confident to put my money on out of these first 2 fights. Third fight of the night, Felipe Bunes. He's taking on Rafael Esteban. Now in this one, Esteban is a talented fighter who always just goes for the takedowns. In one fight, he averaged, he averages 7 takedowns per fight. He had 11 takedowns in one fight, but his striking isn't there, okay? And his volume isn't there. When he has you down with minutes being wasted, he's not striking with anything, man. And right now, the UFC, they're really not rewarding that time control without strikes to add up. Felipe Bunes, he looked good in his last fight out against Jose Johnson. They was going back and forth in the first round. He was able to get the job done inside that one. I was familiar with this guy, watching him fight on LFA. He has forward pressure, and he's a game fighter. But in here, I do like Rafael to get it done in this one. I'm going with the favorite. Next one, Rodolfo Vieira is taking on Tresean Gore. Rodolfo Vieira, man, one of the more talented grapplers out there. His black belt in jiu-jitsu is nothing that you can take lightly. He's one of the guys to where all it takes is just one time to get onto a hold, a grappling lock, and he can submit you like that, man. Tresean Gore is a talented boxer out there. He has wrestling in his background too. But in here, I do think Rodolfo Vieira can keep it on the feet, you know, as long as he doesn't gas out. They say that a lot about this guy because, you know, if you gas out once in the UFC, that's all they need. You know, they forget about all your other fights. But I think Rodolfo Vieira could even keep this on the feet and win the scorecards. But I like the under in here, and I like Rodolfo Vieira to win by submission in this one. Next one taking place, Rinya Nakamura is taking on Nathan Fletcher in this one. Nakamura, big favorite in this one. One of the more talented wrestlers from Japan. Got a lot of wrestlers on this fight. Taking on Nathan Fletcher, who wasn't able to get the job done out in his last fight out against Colin Loughran. I had him in that spot, man, but he just got taken down multiple times and, you know, couldn't stop the takedown, all right? Nakamura, he's coming off a loss, too, against Moran Gafarov in a fight to where his striking wasn't enough to win, and he didn't use none of the wrestling that he's accredited with. Now, in this fight, I think he's going to use that wrestling because, you know, if you just look at the game plan and what happened to Nathan Fletcher in this last fight, he got taken down so many times. All right, I was going back and forth in there. First, I thought the dog was going to be live, but the more I look at it and everything, I got to go with Winya Nakamura. He has power in his hands as well. So this is one to where I do think if he does get on top, he's going to be looking for the finish a little bit more instead of maybe going to the distance, how he went to the scorecards in his last fight. With that being said, give me Nakamura to win in this one. All right, man. Next fight taking place, we got Nick Klein. He's taking on Andre Polayev. Nick Klein. Now, when we talk about this fight, it's going to be a style matchup, okay? Polayev's going to be the striker out there, and Nick Klein's going to be the guy that wants to get it down to the mat and grapple. So, which one you guys going with, the grappler or the striker? I tend to go with the grappler in this one, man. Polayev is good, okay? His striking is there, but he doesn't just have that one punch power ability, and he's not the fastest fighter, and he doesn't have that one type of volume that just is an output to where you can't look past. Nick Klein is a game fighter, and you know what his game plan is out there, and I don't think Polayev's gonna be able to stop the takedowns in this fight. Next one taking place, man. We got fireworks in this one. Kevin Vallejos is taking on Danny Silva. Man, this is going to be fight of the night, man. Both of these guys like to throw, and both of these guys have some of the better strikers that I want to say in the division. This is one of the fight you guys definitely need to circle. Kevin Vallejos is a big favorite in here. Minus 450. 1-0 in his UFC after making his UFC debut on the Contender Series, or 2-0, I want to say, okay? If you're counting the Dana White Contender Series as well. I like this guy, man. Ever since I seen him, man. He has powerful striking. He's a fast fighter as well for the division, and I just think he doesn't have it all yet, because he does struggle with takedowns and everything. He can get better, but I like the way he moves too. He has good footwork. But on the other hand, Danny Silva, man, he's a good fighter. He trains out of Bloodline out here, and that's the gym out here where I know a lot of the local fighters on there, and they've been doing some good things out there with Cub Swanson and all the other fighters in the gym as well. He has the wrestling that he can go to at any time in this fight. He has good striking as well. The only thing is he gets hits more time than he strikes. I want to say he's landing like 6.7 strikes per minute, but he's getting hit like 7 or 8. And here, I don't think you're going to be able to take the damage back of Kevin Vallejos like how you did the other fighters in here. So it'd be smart if Danny Silva mixes in the takedowns and makes this a whole mixed martial arts fight instead, just a brawling match. And I think he will, man. That price tag is something I can't look pay on, man. I've been betting on Danny Silva for a while. I like Kevin Vallejos as well, man. But right now, at that price tag and these odds, give me Danny Silva in this one, man. Yeah, give me Danny Silva in this one. All right, next fight taking place, we got Neil Magny taking on Aleksei dos Santos. Aleksei dos Santos minus 2-1 favorite on the books. Both these guys are older fighters that, you really can't trust at this stage in the career, because the durability is in question. But when it comes to the fighting aspect and who I think has more tools to win this fight, it's going to be this Aleksei dos Santos. If he wants to, Neil Magny's been submitted multiple times, and Aleksei dos Santos can submit some of the better fighters still, I believe. So he can go in there and just, make this an easier fight, get him down and win inside the distance. Now that I say it, I think that's actually how I'm seeing this one playing out, man. Give me Aleksei dos Santos to win inside the distance, and I think he gets the submission. I want to say first or second round. Next fight taking place, we got Carl Rosa. She's taking on Nora Conroe in this one. All right. Minus 180 for Carl Rosa. I think this is a good price tag. Something that you can definitely play and parlay with. Nora Conroe is a girl that has good striking, but her striking doesn't add up to Carl Rosa's value. She doesn't threat with takedowns or anything, and she doesn't just have that one punch power ability that can put anybody out. Carl Rosa fought the way better fighter opponents. She's been in the UFC. She's a staple for the division. And I think Conroe, she got some decisions that wasn't supposed to go away earlier on. Especially, I want to say, who was it against? Oh, I forget the fighter's name. Maybe Jocelyn Edwards. So, in this one, though, you're going to have two strikers in there. Of course, man, if you guys want a safe parlay piece, too, if you guys always like doing a chalky parlay, take the over in this one. Women fights usually go the distance. But, yeah, man, I like Carl Rosa in this one. And I definitely think you can parlay this one. Next fight taking place, Esteban Rubiks. He's taking on Elvis Brenner. This is going to be another potential fight of the night. Two guys that like to go in there and bang. Esteban Rubiks, minus 260 on the books. He's going to be the more talented fighter, faster fighter. He has dynamic striking. He always comes forward with pressure. He has that finish ability. And he's a durable fighter as well. His cardio checks out. Elvis Brenner, man, he's been coming up as an underdog and upsetting a lot of people out there, man. He has power as well. But the one thing about him is he slows down, kind of quick, especially once that second round gets going. Back and forth. is what you might see this fight playing out in this first round. But I think in that second, third round is where Esteban really comes out in gear and he turns it up in that second round and goes a little bit harder than he did in the first. I like Esteban Ruvius in this spot tonight. All right, next fight taking place. Co-main event. We got a good one. Chris Duncan taking on Mateusz Rebecki. Mateusz Rebecki, only 2 losses in his career. Both these guys trained together at American Top Team, so they're real familiar with each other, man. You guys got to keep that in mind when you guys are capping this fight. I like the forward pressure that Rebecki's going to be coming with. I like that he has wrestling in his back pocket. I like his striking, you know, and I like the way that he can throw counter punches as well. Chris Duncan, sometimes his hands is down. He's not the most defensively fighter, but he's a game fighter, man, and I made money with him, man. I was looking at this fight earlier on when it first came out thinking that Chris Duncan might be a live dog, and I'm still going to tell you, Chris Duncan is a live dog, you know. So if you guys are looking for a live dog to bet on, he always pulls it out. But that's the thing that I don't like. It's like sometimes he's losing the fight and then he just comes back and wins it. You know, so for me, I kind of like going with the guy that's winning the fight majority of the time and he's winning the fight, you know. I've been going back and forth. Give me the under 2.5 in this fight. I see violence in this one. Unless these guys really just like go out there and start dapping each other and just try to like box it out and see who wins the decision because you guys train together, which it can happen. I wouldn't be surprised it happened before. But I like Rebecki in this spot, man. Give me Mateusz Rebecki. All right, man. Main event time for you guys, man. Smash the like button for us. Hit up the comments for me if you guys are watching this video, man. Let me know exactly in the comments, man, what your guys' best bet out of this whole card and what you guys are betting on. We got PFL as well going on. You know, I think that Gene's going to be the side. I think he knocks out Logan Storley. I was able to talk to a few of the PFL fighters during the media clips. So definitely, man, check that card out as well. It's going down Friday for you guys. Tatsuya Taira, man, he's back, 16-1, taking on Hyun-sung Park, undefeated fighter, 10-0, man. We got South Korea taking on Japan in here. Tatsuya Taira, -3-1 favorite on the books right here. A talented fighter. Finishability, I grade him highly. His striking is getting better and more complete. He's finally moved out to the States, so he's upped his game and his training. Now, Hyun-sung Park is a good fighter, right? He throws power, but he likes to wind up a lot for his counters, okay? That's going to leave him vulnerable for a fighter like Tatsuya Taira, who's a more technical fighter, who's just going for, you know, looking for the one-shot kill and all that to say. I think this fight plays out to the later rounds, and I can see Tatsuya Taira getting inside, getting it done, man. I can see him getting it done maybe late 4th or 5th round, just because Hyun-sung Park was training for a fight, but he took this on short notice. He was supposed to be fighting next week against Steve Ursay. He's taking this fight a week early and was training for 15 minutes. Now you're training for a main event fight. I think maybe Tatsuya Taira could get it done in these late rounds. All right, man. Hit the likes up for me. Hit the comments up for me, man. My 2-leg parlay I'm going to roll with. I'm going to go with Tatsuya Taira, and I'll go with Mateusz Rebecki. No, I ain't giving out Mateusz Rebecki. Hold on. I gotta give out something I really, yeah, exactly. I'm on Rubix. I'm actually on Rosa though too, but I don't want to bet him. All right, yeah, Rubix. Tatsuya Taira and Esteban Rubix. Put them two together. Meet me at the window and let's get paid. UFC bet with me. MMA locker room here with Pick Dawgz. See you guys next week.